on this blessed path, every day is a battle. Every day, somebody's trying to screw you up. Somebody's trying to get you off your square. And somebody's trying to make it seem like they are who they really are not. And you've got to make sure that you're moving with discernment and are properly strategizing as you move forward, because when you pray long enough, when you wait long enough, when you fight the good fight long enough, there's going to be a breakthrough coming. And that's exactly what's going to happen when you do those exact things. If you are praying, you are fighting, and you are working towards something, and you have complete faith in the Most High God, I don't see how anything is going to go wrong for anybody in their lives that is not in accordance to the will of the Most High. And so this is going to be a call for cosmic unification and for ensuring that everybody understands the drastic tendencies that are about to shift as we enter the next phase of the year. And especially for those in America, obviously Trump's inauguration is in a few days, and I'm realistic about the expectations, but I'm not necessarily optimistic. And I'm not necessarily strategizing for ensuring that he's going to be doing exactly what he says he is, because at this point, I don't trust anybody that is in our leadership. I don't trust anybody that's in our government. I understand that most of us that are fighting the good fight, we have boots on the ground every single day, and it's all about the little things and making sure that the little things that are making life a little bit better than the day before, that's what we're doing. That's what we're fighting for, is to just make today a little less hellish than yesterday. And when we are in that fight, when we are going through certain things, obviously these kinds of changes in leadership, not just at the political level or the government level, but also with whether it's your CEO or an owner or a business or whatever it is at your job. There's a boss that's you're getting a new boss or something, let's say. There's certain things that happen where ultimately those kinds of changes are going to have a drastic change in a almost sometimes a hypnotic effect on the individuals, because there's so much going on in people's heads, more so than we want to admit to ourselves even sometimes. And that is why prayer and patience and the fortitude of mind to continue moving forward no matter what is such a potent mindset to have in those kinds of hypnotic states when things are changing and you don't really know what's going to happen. Everything's a bit uncertain. I don't know what's going to happen necessarily, but I know it's been happening for the last few months. And it seems to me like World War III has pretty much already started. And I declared this a couple months ago, maybe a month or so ago. I think we're in the middle of it. And there's so many different things that are happening right now throughout the world and all these different kinds of changes that it's hard to keep your eye on one ball at a time, because we're just in this gigantic globe of ping pong balls. And I've used this metaphor before, and I think it's appropriate for the times that we're in, because the age of novelty that I describe that we are in, this age of novelty is so disruptive to what we used to know, what we used to believe, or what we used to think was true. And now we all have to have different modes of operations to have a configuration of strategies to ensure that we're actually getting the truth. And the truth seekers will get the truth, no doubt, because they're the ones that are seeking. And, you know, if you are interested in being a truth seeker, we now have the Seek Retreat coming up on February 8th for the Regal Change Academy. You don't necessarily have to be involved in that, the Regal Change Academy, that is, to participate. But if you are in the Regal Change Academy, then you're going to get a discount on it. And it's only going to be a 1-day retreat. So it's going to be guided meditations throughout the whole day for stress relief and for ensuring that you are more centered with yourself and you're more self-aware. And if you want to have more information about that, just email me in the link in the description box below, regalchange@gmail.com. If you want to participate, but you're not sure if you want to join the Regal Change Academy just yet, that's fine. But meditation is going to be a big proponent for healthy decisions at this time. This is what everybody needs to be doing, is making healthy decisions, really analyzing certain things, really looking at how things are moving in the world and how to strategize, because I cannot emphasize strategy enough. This is what this video is going to be a lot about, is because the way that you move in life demonstrates your strategies. Okay? Now, why is strategy so important? Well, it's exactly what I just said in the beginning as well. It's prayer, it's patience, and it's willingness to fight and continue forward no matter what. And I've had it with people that are trying to tag on to my momentum. I've completely had it. You know, if you don't have something valuable to contribute and you don't want to just tell me what you can do, I don't want to work with you. Sorry, I just don't. Because I've been screwed over and spit on spiritually so much in this life that I literally, even though I have patience for myself and for other people, I don't have the patience for people trying to play BS games with my life and what I've built and what I'm doing with my life. And I don't think anybody else here that is watching this, that has worked their butts off to get to a certain point, should tolerate these kinds of people in their lives anymore. If you want to come to me with a project or something, you got to be able to show me a little bit of something before. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about like actual work. I'm talking about actual work, because people will say, oh, I have this great opportunity for you. I have a great opportunity. Oh, you're the opportunity for me now? Why are you coming to me if you're the opportunity? Because I'm not trying to go out and tell people, hey, I'm going to just make your life 100% better all the time. That's not what I'm doing. I'm speaking the truth into being, and I'm offering tools and resources for people to build their minds, bodies, and souls. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going around being like, hey, I'm the opportunity here. No, because I have more of an understanding of what life is really about than that. I have an understanding that just because I know some things that other people maybe don't know, doesn't make me a higher being or anything like that compared to anybody else. I don't see anybody above or below me. The only person above me is the Most High God. And for some of these people to come in acting like they're God and that everything's going to be perfect once I work with them, all I have to do is give them money first. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Get out. You don't belong on this channel. You don't belong doing the things that we're doing here. The people in this community, 80% of the people that I've seen are positive, and they're leaning toward positive emotion. They're supportive. They're encouraging, not just of me, but of each other. And they follow Christ, most of them, not all, because I do have a bunch of other different kinds of people here. And you're welcome. I welcome anybody that is striving to live in spirit and truth. That's it. That's all I care about. Are you being truthful? And are you striving to live in spirit? That's it. I don't try to force anybody to believe anything, and I don't want anybody else to force anybody else here to believe anything either. That's silly, it's childish. And all these freaking haters out here, they're secret haters, some of them too, that will strive to not live in spirit and truth, but in the flesh, the fleshly lies. That's a better way to look at it. They don't strive to live in spirit and truth. They strive to live in fleshly lies. And when you live in fleshly lies, guess where you end up? Hell. That's where you go. by the way. And it's not just a physical place, hell, right? It's not just a physical place. Heaven is not just a physical place. It's also a state of mind and a state of being, as far as heavenliness or hellishness. And you can have a heavenly, blissful state of mind moving forward, but the second that you start to believe that, oh, well, maybe if I continue in these temptations and sin, it's not going to actually go as bad as I think it is. Even, I cannot tell you guys how many times I've heard people see certain things happening in their daily lives or in their relationships, and they make certain decisions. This is where we come back to healthy decisions. They make certain decisions that completely contradict everything that they know to be true. And why? Because they want to live in fleshly lies. And I'm not trying to dock these people. It's just this has become something that has come up continuously recently. And it's almost as if I've got to tell you guys, you need to start fasting, you need to start praying more, and you need to start making sure that you're not putting your faith and worshiping the works of your own hands. There's nothing wrong with working. There's nothing wrong. In fact, I encourage you to work. We need to be working, we need to be striving, we need to be building or creating, whatever the case may be. We need to be doing those things. But what we don't need is people that don't want to have a breakthrough because, one more dance with the devil, right? It's like those people that, golly, everybody's heard these types of people that say, oh, I'll start my diet on Monday. Everybody's heard that kind of person. And you know what that kind of person is saying, really? It's, you know what? I don't really respect myself enough to hold myself accountable. So I'm not going to, and I'm not trying to be degrading here. This is just the fact of the matter is this, because I used to be that kind of person too. I was a fat, lazy mofo, okay? I was not the person I am today that was always striving to continue to build and ambitious and wanted to build something. But we need to have complete faith in the Most High God in order for us to really do anything with our lives that are meaningful anyway, or that is meaningful anyway. If we don't have complete faith in Him, none of what we really do is going to ever truly matter. And that's just the facts. And I'm not here to say what I think is true all the time. Sometimes I'm just speaking based off of my experience and what the data has shown me based off of certain topics at hand or certain things that have happened. I'm just looking at the data and coming to the conclusions based off of what the facts bear out. Now, that's not always going to be a reputable source of reaching a conclusion, because sometimes, as the Bible says, we walk by faith, not by sight. So sometimes you need to have faith and not just trust the facts or trust the science, as a lot of modern people say. Trust the science. It's the most dogmatic form of ideology I've ever heard, and yet they don't see it. It's like, trust the science. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, you have people that are literally making laws against speaking out about certain sciences. Okay, and then you have people also that are making laws that are making people that speak out against them in hatred. There's laws that are happening and that are created that do exactly that. There are laws that are being created to this day and sustained to this day that if you hate a certain group of people, some people may know what I talk about here, but if you hate a certain people, that's against the law. Now look, I'm for free speech. If you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. Go somewhere else. But the people that are here, again, for the most part, everybody's pretty positive and supportive. And that's what we want to create. We want to create that. And my message isn't going to be for everybody. Your message isn't going to be for everybody. What you do isn't going to be for everybody. But we have to let go of those kinds of people so we can get that breakthrough. So as you make this breakthrough, make sure that you realize that being a truth seeker, it's not an easy thing. And it's not necessarily a fun thing all the time, because there's sometimes forms of doubt that come into play. But that's part of life sometimes. And that's also the devil trying to manipulate you through doubt. So trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and trust what you've experienced. And don't trust the science. Don't trust the science. Trust what you have experienced to be the most tangible form of capabilities to reach a conclusion about reality. Because everything that is within you, all the answers are within. You just have to look for it. You just really have to look. And a lot of people don't even know what looking within means. People don't know how to even put up a mirror to their internalities of this organism as a human being. A lot of people don't know how to do that. The human brain is an electromagnetic satellite. That's the best way to think about it. So turn it inside. And the way that you do that is through meditation and prayer and patience and the willingness to fight for what you believe is right. Yeah, that rhymed. But anyway, guys, I hope this message was useful and insightful. You will be getting that breakthrough. Continue doing those things. Continue making sure that your strategy is correct and you're moving appropriately. And if you do want to join the Regal Change Academy, we do have the free Discord as well as the paid community. And the free Discord has some meditation guides, some healing guides, fitness, etc. Then in the paid community, we just have that just really amplified. So right now we're doing the Art of War class series. We're doing the Seek Retreat on February 8th as well. We are also going to rotate class series. So these are going to be only available for certain time periods where you get to have that hands-on interaction. Other classes are going to be also in the Regal Change Academy, where you're going to be learning more about fitness or dream interpretation or narcissism, etc. And these are going to be classes that you can take on your own. These are going to be things that you can do on your own time, in your own, in the own comfort of your own home, really, or anywhere that you are, because it's an online community. And also in the paid community, we do have, as part of the membership, 2 weekly Bible study sessions, as well as a weekly congregation called the Regal Assembly Call, where we talk about a variety of different topics and subjects. The Regal Assembly Call has definitely been the most popular. The Bible studies, because people are everywhere around the world in this community, we have to do certain time spans and certain modes of operations where certain things are going to be at certain times. So the Bible study sessions have still been really solid, but it's kind of nice because even though we have 150 people or so in the Regal Change Academy, we have the calls are still relatively small enough for everybody to be able to commune and to talk and to give their 2 cents and to ask questions, etc. But it's not too big to where nobody gets a word in edgewise. So that's what's really cool about that. And that's one of the reasons why, we made this academy, is because we wanted to see, and when I say we, I kind of speak collectively for people in some sense, because I know I've wanted to create the academy for a while, because I just saw the way that the schools were going. I saw the way that the education system was happening and unfolding, and I saw the God-shaped hole in society, and that's why I wanted to build this. And that's what we're doing. We're giving people proper education, real life experience education, and this is going to be the place for your network, professionally or personally, to grow with. So with all that being said, I do appreciate everybody moving from YouTube over to the X, Rumble, and Instagram platforms. I appreciate your guys' extra support. And with all that being said, peace be with you. Till next time.